Man, it speaks for itself. And then we just go here. And I'm like, oh, what happened? The Hut syndrome. The labors of capitalism. Fact. That's a fact. Allied does not mean you're a complete solid. It just means that you know what I mean? And then, and after that, and then there's like, TripAdvisor. I mean, like, this state, TripAdvisor takes flow, that wise old owl, you know what I mean? It's like, hello. It's like, damn, what if owls do get splinters? I've seen that happen. Anyway, I give one to the dogs, you know what I mean? Be like going to the dogs. Brit's like, I'm like, man, close the curtain, I'm trying to hear all that. I tell them most days of the week. Tell them, oh, man, you ever feel like you just feel like, you know what I'm saying, your high blood pressure goes up so high, you need to go and take a run. You'd be like, no, you don't take no run. You're not one of us. You don't take no run at 5 in the morning and stuff and be like, you one of us? Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess you're right. This other stuff. They were like, man, it looks hella bleak. Let's think about pure scholars. Let me think about that. Oh, Conehead's talking about pure scholar. You ain't make it past third. You ain't a pure scholar. You ain't a native make it past third. You ain't a pure scholar. So we can put that divide right there. Past that, everything else is kind of mediocre and dull. Especially if you bout like, you know what I'm saying? You'd be like, you know what I'm saying, man. And then like, but you never know, right? You'd be like, you a native made it past third? And they'd be like, what you talking about? And I'm like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. Periscope, the Hut syndrome of the labors of capitalism. And they show us, you know what I'm saying? Update next time about Wumpty Wump. You got the wrong identity of gender identity. Talking about deep socket raccoons and whatnot. I'm like, man, come on, dude. Just because it's cool, it doesn't mean it's cool. That's Berkey, like choking all things. And whatnot. I see you getting big, ship break. That's what I like to do. So, so then you're like, must be such a, I'm gonna cut this short, man, because I gotta tend to the dogs and whatnot. And, I was thinking to myself, yeah, it's like, everybody talking about fan. But I was trying to say, you a native made past third, but we got plenty of time for all that. You know what I'm saying? Because your face on fan, but that, Jake Tapper. And, just Jake Tapper, and, here's the Huts and whatnot. And, I must have said something in there. That's a long table. And I wonder how many. Now, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. How do you wipe a table like that? Anyway, I'll forget that. And then you say, I didn't say anything about that. And then you're like, oh, what are you talking about? And I'm like, oh, no, I just look at the overglaze of the Sunday edition of CNN, right? Of, inside the State of the Union. I said, what is it? Putin? Okay, so they were talking about Russia still, right? Talking about Russia, and they said, oh, did you have a premonition of a relationship before that? If it's a relationship, if you will, whatever. And I say, yeah, that would be like totally naive to think there was no such, or totally naive that you don't even know that you're not even on a first name basis with a person, you know what I mean? I was like, so you delve into the investigations of it, and then you got a whole plethora of like indices of recorded conversations and whatnot of relevance. So I mean, then you're just kind of just going into the abyss of like nothing. You know what I mean? And you just like don't even say that. You just kind of like let it just delve into it and be like, all right, let's explore that. And it's just from the void, you know what I'm saying? Just sap sealed down, delivered. You know what I mean? Like, so what happened about those intricacies of the wild and whatnot? And then you're like, oh, no, we have something to address right here. We got an intricacy right here. You know what I'm saying? And I forgot the vitality of it, and that's what it is. One of the wirings of it. And so the wiring of it, if you put it into activate the whole schema of the idea of the presidency, you feel me? And like you say, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? We'll just add this to the equation as not a variable, but as a fixed factor type deal. And like, oh, well, okay. Then you say, oh, okay, I'm adding Putin to the fixed factor type. So the Russia, right? You say, oh, first name basis on premonitions alone before presidency, before Donald Trump even knew he was going to be president and whatnot. And you say, that's a whole breath. That's a long, deep wind to saying something about an equation. You have to express that in a form that's like, as factored down, just like, okay, well, how is that relevant into the equation of the presidency? And then they say, well, how is it concealed? You know, there's a headline right there. You know what I'm saying? A footer, if you will. You know, beyond, you know what I'm saying, so-called layman's terms. You're like, I'm out, I don't know. I just watch CNN because it has, you know, a nice thing to look at. Without anything like, you know, I don't know. Lighters. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? So he must have had said something about, oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you lying to our son. He said, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? I'm still reading the news. You know what I'm saying? I have a cup of coffee or whatnot. You know, who doesn't have a cup of coffee and watch the news and whatnot? I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's when you move in air to air, and you be like, you be like, you be thinking yourself, now everything myself be working and whatnot. People be like on their ways, and I don't like be pandering people, mean like that. But who on Sunday morning is not some in their own wine, have a cup of coffee, wake up, try to settle his stomach, whatnot, be ready to take the vitamins and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? No one wants to wake up just be ready to just go back to the facilitated war zone, you know what I'm saying, or whatever you call it. Stomach all turned upside down, talking about all the grudging grind of that. You know what I mean, who would decide otherwise? You feel me? Something like, you know what I mean. You know, that's not even it's like a periscopes of like Guerrilla Network and whatnot. I mean, like, and the intricacies of that. So like, oh yeah. So the intricacies of that. It's like, oh yeah, you know. Well, when is it coming to that? Is that the hypocrisy of things? I'm like, oh no, that's the with the compromise of the stand.